morning, children. Today we are going to study about the next part of the tissue chapter. In the last video, we have learnt about the epithelial tissue and about connective tissue. Epithelial tissue, epithelial tissue is a tissue which is present inner lining and outer lining of body organ. Any body organ, inner lining and outer lining, the tissue will be that is called epithelial tissue. Epithelial, I told you the function of epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue are absorptive in nature. They help in the absorption. They help in the digestion of food. They help in the secretion of chemicals in the body. They help in transfer of material inside and outside the body. Then they help in the producing the gametes. They help to produce pigments in the skin. They help in the various functions of the body. Similarly, I told you about the connective tissue. Connective tissue is the tissue which connects the different tissues of the body. Different tissues of the body. So, example, skin. Skin is connected to the muscles. In between the skin and muscle, there is a connective tissue. If you take kidney, kidney is a soft organ. The framework, the kidney is having a certain shape. That shape is due to one more tissue, connective tissue called as reticular tissue. Reticular tissue. Like that, we have this tissues which helps to connect the different organs or different tissues of the body. I told you. And for a tissue to connect, tissue to tell it as a or call it as a connective tissue, the three components should be there. One is called as matrix, another cells and fiber should be there. These are the three components of a connective tissue. So we have said, I told you about there are three types of connective tissue: loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue and fluid connective tissue. So in this video we will learn about the loose connective tissue and their types, and dense connective tissue and their types. So one type is covered here, bone tissue. So other cartilage tissue we will see in the next video. So coming back to the loose connective tissue. So the name only suggests here, loose connective tissue. So connective tissue in which the matrix is loosely arranged with cells and fibers. Those type of tissue are called loose connective tissue. I told you matrix should be there. Matrix is a ground, base in which all cells and fibers are present. So here, if this is a loose connective tissue, here cells are there, here cell is there, and here one cell is there, here one cell is there. In between these fibers will be there, and there is a lot of empty spaces, empty intercellular spaces will be there. That is called a loose connective tissue. Loosely arranged. Here the matrix is loosely arranged. Matrix is having more intercellular space. In that intercellular space, there are fibers as well as cells. So like that, the matrix. The first type of the loose connective tissue is areolar tissue. Areolar tissue is a tissue which connects. It's a loose connective tissue which connects different parts, if you tell. So connective tissue is abundant in body because it connects various parts. That's why it is abundant in nature. So here, areolar tissue, the matrix is loosely arranged with cells, fibers and intercellular space. That is the characteristics of the areolar tissue. Areolar tissue, if you tell, it provides a framework, and it is also protective in nature and secretive in nature also. A protective measure. So here in the areolar tissue, so it connects, I told you, connects various parts. Especially this areolar tissue is present in between the skin and the muscles, and it becomes a barrier for the materials to enter inside the body. Here, major is protection. Areolar actually protects our body from all injuries may be, or it will identify the foreign material and take care of that. That actually it does. So it consists of certain cells called as fibroblast, plasma cells, mast cell, and macrophages. Plasma cells. Plasma cells are the cells which produces antibodies to kill the foreign materials which enter the body like microorganisms or something. So they produce antibodies to kill, to protect our body from the material or external foreign materials, if it does. That is done by plasma cells. It's having a fibroblast. Fibroblasts are the cells which produce fibers. I told you fibers will be there in the loose connective tissue. That fibers are produced by fibroblast. Fibroblast. Similarly, it contains a mast cell. Mast cell produces certain secretions which will identify the foreign material inside the body. Suppose you think that some insect have bite, or some will have allergy to dust, allergy to pollen grains, all that. During allergies, what happens when the foreign material enters or dust particle enters our body will perform a protective mechanism. What is that protective mechanism? When dust enters the nose, we start sneezing, or any dust falls on the skin. Sometime it will start itching. Itching will start. That itching is due to this mast cell. Mast cell produces some secretion which alerts us by some itching or sneezing like that. During the sneezing, all the dust particles which enter the nose will be put outside. Means it will identify the foreign materials. So they produce this mast cell produce some chemicals which makes us identify the foreign materials. That work it is done. Example, say when a foreign material enters, you start itching. Itching is due to the histamine. There is a chemical called histamine which is released in the spot, in the site of injury. So that it happens to be. Then phagocytes. See, phagocytes are the cells which are present in the amoeboid cells. Which are the phagocytes, macrophages are the cells which are present in the areolar tissue, which are amoeboid, which will engulf the foreign materials, engulf the microorganism that enters the body, and that process is called as phagocytosis. Phagocytosis. Those cells are called as phagocytes also. Phagocytic cell, which engulfs the foreign material which enters. Like that, these are actually protective in nature. Areolar tissues are protective in nature by the help of these cells: plasma cells, fibroblast, mast cells, and macrophages. The next type of loose connective tissue is adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is also called as adipocytes. These are also called adipocytes. Adipocytes are the tissue. Adipocytes are the cells which stores the fat. Means whatever we consume as a carbohydrate, it is actually converted and it is stored in the body. Whatever the carbohydrate or lipids, whatever we consume, that will be converted into fat and it is stored in the body. In the adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is present everywhere in the body, and it stores the fat actually. Fat is stored. So whatever the excess fat or carbohydrate we consume in the body, that will be stored in the body. Similarly, fat is stored in the adipose tissue, if you take adipose tissue. So what is the use of this adipose tissue? What is the function of adipose tissue? Adipose tissue, they are present to protect the internal important parts of the body or organs of the body like heart, kidney, like that. There is a sensitive organs are protected by adipose tissue. So then, how they act like a shock absorber. As you know, the bike or vehicles will have shock absorber. Whenever you have a hump and your vehicle start means vehicle will have shock absorber which will never allow you to having a hurt or like any injuries. When you go on a hump, you will the vehicle jumps like this, but you will not have any injury or you will not have any problem. That is because of shock absorber. Similarly, this adipose tissue act as a shock absorber for the body. Similarly, it stores fat. See, I told you, stores fat. So, it stores fat means, see, whenever you are you are suffering from hungerness or for 2 days, like if you don't get food for 2 days, but also you can survive by drinking water. Why? Because whatever the fat which is present in the body is converted into carbohydrate. It's converted into carbohydrate, and they give energy to the body when we are suffering from hungerness. That is the advantage of this function of this adipose tissue. Then, protecting against cold means adipose tissue act like an insulator against cold. Insulator against cold means what? In the winter season also, with that much cold, we can survive. The people live in very cold or very low temperature also, like Kashmir if you take. So in the winter season, the temperature goes to minus also, but people will survive in that condition also, because the fat which is present in the body will produce heat, will keep the body temperature constant so that you can survive easily in that condition also. That is called as protect against cold or insulation against cold. That is the function of the adipose tissue. Then tendon. So tendons are again those connective tissue which are made up of fibers. So these tendons will have fiber which are non-elastic, and what they do is they connect the muscles to the bone, muscles to bone. See, you have biceps, you have triceps, we have thigh muscle. We have lot of muscles in the body. Like we have a largest muscle gluteus. We have a smallest stapedius muscle called stapedius. We have a lot of muscles in the body. Those muscles actually they are connected to the bone, major bone of the body, and they help in the movement. When we stretch our hand and release our hand like this, that biceps and triceps muscles actually they help in the movement. When we are running also, the thigh muscle will contract and relax. So those muscles are attached to the bone. This is femur. Largest bone of the body is called as femur, which is called a thigh bone. For a thigh bone, there is a muscle attached. That muscle will help in the movement of the body. So they are inelastic in nature. Means they have fibers which are inelastic. Then next one is ligament. So ligament are the tissue, those connected tissue which connects two bones. Two different bones are connected. See, like we have in the leg part we have fibia. In the lower leg we have fibia, the bone, and the thigh bone or femur. Both are connected. See here, I'll draw the picture over here. See, this is one bone and this is another bone. See here. So these two bones are there. In between two bones. See here. Between these two bones, see, these two bones are connected by ligament which are elastic in nature. Elastic in nature. We can stretch our leg like this, or we can stretch. So this stretching. So here one bone is there, here one bone is there. So they are connected. Like the large two bones or small bones are connected by ligaments. So this is about the tendons and ligament. Then next loose connective tissues, reticular fibers. The reticular fiber, these are the tissues which are present inside the organs of the body, soft organs of the body like kidney, heart, these are the soft organs, or you can take bone marrow. These are the soft organs of the body. The soft organs will have a definite shape also. That is shape is provided by reticular fibers. Means reticular fibers actually provide a framework to the organ wherever they are present. If they are present in the kidney, they provide. Kidney is in bean shaped if you take that. Bean shaped shape of the kidney is due to the reticular fiber. Similarly, the heart is conicular in shape. That is due to this reticular fibers, muscles which are present in the heart. So this is about the loose connective tissue. So next part of the video, we are going to study about dense connective tissue. What is dense connective tissue? So here name only suggests. Here I told you in a connective tissue matrix will be there. If matrix is loosely arranged, loose connective tissue. If the matrix is hard enough, then it is called as dense connective tissue. So in the dense connective tissue, the matrix, this tissue is made up of hard matrix. Example, the bone tissue is one of the dense connective tissue, and cartilage tissue is also one of the dense connective tissue. So we will come to the one type of dense connective tissue, that is bone tissue. Bone tissue is an abundant tissue in the body. If you take the body mass is due to the bones present in the body. So that is the abundant connective tissue which is present in the body. If you take there, it is also the bone provides a framework to the body. It provides shape to the body. If you take. So it is abundant in body, if you tell. And the bone tissue is made up of matrix, calcified matrix. So it is a dense connective tissue which is made up of calcified matrix. What is this calcified matrix? Calcified matrix, as you know that our teeth, the bones of the body is made up of calcium phosphate. Calcium is more inside our bones, if you tell. Calcium phosphate. That's why calcium and phosphorus becomes a very important minerals which should be contained in our food. So calcium phosphate, and there are certain salts like chlorides of potassium, sodium and magnesium, all put together. It is called as calcified matrix. In the bone tissue also, apart from matrix, we have certain cells called as osteocytes. Osteocytes are there. See, osteocytes. These certain cells are there in the body. It's like this, they have osteocytes also. So, inside the large bones of the body, there is a one tissue called as bone marrow. Bone marrow will be there inside the bone. So, that bone marrow actually produces the RBCs, red blood cells. RBCs or blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. So, that is one of the function of the bone tissue. So, bone provides framework to the body. Provides framework and support to the body. Provides support to the body. See, it provides framework. So we have a definite shape to the body. That shape is due to the bones present in our body, and it provides a support. We are standing like this because of the support of the bones and muscles if we take. So some animals they cannot stand upright because their bone structure is like that. Our bone structure is like this. So then it helps in produce the blood cells. I told you. Bone marrow. Bone marrow is special type of tissue present inside the bone which will help in the production of RBC. Then bone helps in withstand the pressure and strain. Pressure, if a heavy weight, some material falls on the body, means our body will be protected because of this bones actually. That is called as withstanding pressure and strain. This is about the function of bone. So in this part of the video, we have studied about the loose connective tissue and one type of hard connective tissue. If you have any doubt regarding this concept, please put a message or directly can call me. Thank you very much.